So our job is to more learn about how this enterprise structure is working, how this will integrate to the back end. Suppose if I create a sales order, how the delivery is coming to know that uh, this particular customer has bought this, and so you have to deliver, because the plant is associated, the warehouse is associated with your sales organization. They are already linked. That's the reason every one of them in this flow will come to know who is having which requirement. So we would be understanding how this entire enterprise structure and all these things, and this would be for next 45 minutes. Then you can ask me some questions. uh, Suppose if something is really you're not able to understand immediately, you can, there is a chat here, you can use it in Skype, or you can use it in the GoToMeeting. Anything is fine. Okay, so let me start with test 40. So you just remember this point. SAP SD is part of SAP ERP. That is the first point. SAP SD is part of SAP ERP. SAP runs on ECC Architecture. ECC Architecture. And in your note, take this ECC Architecture, because I have discussed with some of you, but still I want to reiterate that. I want you to take this architecture of SAP ERP, quickly take down into your note, and put this chart in your reading room, wherever you are. Prepare a small chart of your own. Don't take a printout. Prepare a chart of your own. Then you can see this additional components, internet sales. If you understand this architecture clearly, tomorrow any new thing, new challenge which it comes, start from architectural thinking. Then obviously you'll easily learn any functional things. So as soon as you're done, you leave a message saying that finished SAP ERP architecture, or we also call it as the ECC ERP Central Component Architecture. Done. SAP Netweaver, yes. In this, you write an arrow mark here. This is called technology layer. This SAP Netweaver 04. Write an arrow mark, technology layer. ECC, this part, ECC, write it as application layer. Application layer. Right? Here you have, you can see this, right? Here you write it as SAP Netweaver, old name was basis. Old name was basis. Old name was basis. Old name was basis. So when it do remember earlier terminology, you write this. ECC was called SAP R by 3. R by 3 that's an old architecture. R by 3. Real time, 3-tier client server architecture. Real time, 3-tier client server architecture. And this is one of the very important diagram. If you can see, ERP is centric for all the business suite modules: SRM, CRM, SCM, PLM, and also BI, SAP Business Intelligence. And how it is going to, because all the technologies are using Netweaver. Netweaver is a integrated basis with integration platform, with web platform, with EP platform. So Netweaver is a terminology which we use instead of basis. Okay, so you take this diagram saying that SAP Business Suite and ERP in the center. You can see this, all our modules are here: analytics, financials, operations, corporate services, sales order. You can see this, inventory. All these are all ERP driven things, and all these modules, without ERP, CRM cannot exist. PLM is product life cycle management, SRM is supply relation, SC is supply chain, CRM is customer relationship. Remember, CRM is part of SAP Business Suite, not ERP. It's a separate box altogether. That means CRM is again a separate license, PLM is a separate license, SCM is a separate license. But ERP, all these things together is one license. Done? So Shiva, can you hear me? Okay. Done? Okay. So why I would like to start with this uh, and this top layer, write it as components. This layer you have written as this one you have written as basis, right? Technology layer, application layer, write it as components. So there will be a big plus if you are good in the architecture. Okay. And as SAP stands for systems, applications and products, systems, applications and products in data processing, that is the acronym. Yeah. No, I did. Just a minute. No, it is shared. It is showing me as shared. Oh. Skype is generally slow. I think you have to solve that GoToMeeting. Yeah. Skype it takes a lot of resources. With low-end internet, it will be a problem. Right. So we're discussing about systems, applications, products. And coming to the systems part, what are systems generally? Right, systems, operating systems, database system, integration system, applications, Netweaver, web application server, sales and distribution, finance, and so on. Products, products, products are collection of complete end-to-end business process with respect to the scenario. Number one, sales order. Number two, purchase order. Number three, billing document. This product mechanism will help. This product mechanism will help end-to-end document flow. End-to-end document flow with all control attributes. With all control attributes. So Shiva, like I'm sending you the Teamviewer. I think you can add into the Teamviewer ID. So join my Teamviewer. It's better. Speed would be, so the screen speed would be good. Okay, you have the password and username. Shiva, can you hear me? Yeah, I have sent you a, it says the internet speed is little slow. I have sent you a TeamViewer username and password. You just log into that, okay? So that you'll see my screen. With Skype, it will be slowing down for you. Okay, so we are talking about systems, applications, and products. And right, the next thing. As a consultant, we have to deal with the following. Control data. Second, master data. Third, transaction data. Shiva, did you start the TeamViewer? But I did not see. Can you see my screen? It has to tell me that you have started. No, you're not yet there. Control data. Yeah, tell me. Meeting. Give it in the no, do one thing. Add in the remote control. First give you an ID, then it will ask you for a password. Yeah. So control data. Example is IMG. IMG, implementation guide. The acronym of IMG is implementation guide. Then implementation guide and SPRO. SPRO stands for, so you can see my screen, right? SPRO stands for SAP Project Reference Object. Okay. SAP Project Reference Object. SAP Project Reference Object. Right? So next, right, master data. Master data. It is available under SAP menu in easy access. SAP menu in easy access. With number of master data, record entries. Write the next paragraph. Master data is a long-term used uh, Shiva, you don't move your mouse, otherwise you will get the control. Write the list of master data. Right. Master data has 5 important areas: business partner, products, pricing conditions, output, agreements. Take these 5 parts. So many people think master data means only BP or product, but pricing, output means in the bracket you write it as prints. Output means prints. Right. All these master data will depend on the following modules: FICO, number 1. Number 2, warehouse management. Number 3, materials management. Number 4, production planning. Number 5, project systems. So these are the 5 dependent modules where this master data is dependent. Suppose if you create a product, everything from inventory management, warehouse management, costing, accounting, everything we have to enter in the product. You cannot take only sales related information. You have to take every information. When I talk about BP, you have company code data, you have sales area data. So that means when in SAP, when we prepare a master data, it should have integrated master data. Write this line. We use integrated master data in SAP modules. Any module. Integrated master data. Right. So the third one, transaction data. Transaction data. Regular business transactions. Write the definition. Regular business transactions done in pre-sales, sales, shipping, billing, and accounting. Will be termed as transactions. Next paragraph. Transactions will create authenticated documents in SAP SD. Transactions will create authenticated documents. Example, sales order document. Number 2, delivery document. Number 3, transport order document. Number 4, billing document. Number 5, accounting document. Let's write the next line in it. Transactions depend on control data and master data. Control data and master data. Okay, so remember, control, master, transaction. What do you mean by these things? You have to very well remember. And architecture, what we have discussed. And if you can see your Netweaver diagram, so it is what are the compartments in that? What are the boxes you have? In Netweaver, what you've written in your note? Anyone can repeat that? I'm waiting.
Netweaver boxes has people integration, information integration, process integration,
Yep.
application platform.
Yep. So application platform says both it supports Java at the client end and ABAP at the server end. Because client and
Yes,
server will be always there, isn't it? So
yes,
that's what the application platform. And people integration means you you're writing that application
correct.
platform has two types actually. One is client, the second one is client is Java. We create client applications in Java, which are browser driven, which are browser driven. ABAP is for server programming. Then come to the process integration. We use SAP BPM, Business Process Management, for BPM. Part then integration broker uses SAP PI. SAP PI. PI means process. Earlier they used to call it as XI. Now we call it as PI. Then integration, information integration. We use business intelligence in SAP BI. Just write an arrow mark there. Master data management is in MDM. MDM. Knowledge management from SAP CRM. People integration. Write an arrow mark and write it as it uses Netweaver portal, enterprise portal, EP, third one, mobile infrastructure. Mobile infrastructure. So SAP mobile also you can write it as SAP mobile. All these Netweaver functions are called small e capital SOA. Small e capital SOA. It is enterprise service oriented architecture. It is there in Java technology, it is there in .NET technology, everywhere this ESOA is service oriented architecture. right? Yeah, so with this, like, we are done with the introductory architecture session, so we'll go to the enterprise structure in the next class. You can go ahead with some questions for next 10 minutes. No questions? Okay. So let us catch up tomorrow at same time. We'll go with enterprise structure. So today, like, I'll be sending my account details to all of you. Once you finish your payment, then I'll be passing on the documents which you have to start preparing on, and you also have to come prepared for every session. Tomorrow we are going to start enterprise structure. But remember, if I find the batch is not prepared and coming, I want the entire batch, like not one or two people. So if there are 6 people, all 6 people have to prepare well and come to the session. So if I find most of you are not prepared in the concepts, because without preparing in the concept, remember, you'll never succeed in SAP, because you may be thinking that oh, enterprise structure, okay, just I have to learn because it's a starting topic. No, it should not be like that. You have to understand that this architectural understanding will give you a very strong fundamental base. Uh, Basically, see, I am being an engineer and a management grad, postgrad. So the combination of management, I know that management knowledge can never come with fundamental knowledge on the engineering sector. Only management technique without having the knowledge of the engineering sector or the fundamentals of basics of the architectures, of the flow charts and all these things is very important. So back end wise, I always believe that, but 90% of the people don't know what is Netweaver. 90% who come to the interviews, and if I ask what is the architecture of SAP, till this day many people are explaining me R3 architecture, presentation application database. Earlier it was like that. Pathetic thing is, till today even some of the faculties are saying that it is R3 architecture. They say ECC, but they start the class with R3. So such kind of things, like, you would really face problems. So I want you to be having commendable knowledge. If you want to get certified, you should know what is ECC is all about. You'll get architecture questions, around 7 questions. So you have to be very strong on the foundation, otherwise. And even in the interviews, when somebody will ask you about certain questions which saying that maybe you are creating a sales order and it has how it will appear in a BI, SAP BI, at least common knowledge. They don't want you to get into BI and show, but at least foundation they want. So but I believe in fundamentals a lot. There are 3 stages: concepts, analysis, then hands-on. These are the 3 things. Okay, then catch you back tomorrow. I'm signing off from GoToMeeting.